Now let's start it off on the local scene, the 2023-2024 Nigeria Premier League match day 5. We written with the game between Eyimba and Remo Stars postponed indefinitely due to Eyimba's engagement on the continent. One of the most interesting MPFL match day 5 to watch is the game between Bendel Insurance and Aqua United. The two teams who enjoyed a very fair run last season are not having a good run so far this season. Aqua United are going into the game on Saturday, sitting on the bottom of the MPFL table with no win in 4 games. They have recorded 2 defeats and 2 draws so far. As for Bendel Insurance, who enjoyed a massive unbeaten run in their bridge MPFL season last term, have suffered 1 defeat and 2 wins in 3 games so far. Only 3 fixtures in the MPFL match day 5 will be played today, while on Sunday the remaining 6 league games will go down. Now in Europe, league football officially resumes after the 3rd round of European competition fixtures for the 2023-2024 campaign. This weekend is an anticipated one as a handful of mouth-watering fixtures will be held, and this include 2 football's biggest derbies, one in Spain and the other in England. Saturday sees Barcelona host the El Clasico, while on Sunday Manchester United will host the derby against City. In Italy, Napoli will take on AC Milan, and Inter Milan would also play host to AS Roma. In the Eredivisie, PSV Eindhoven takes on struggling Ajax Amsterdam. And to actually preview the particular game, talking about the Clasico that will be taking place later on today, let's bring in Arise sports analyst Sam Adeyemi. Sam, I want to say thank you very much for joining us here today. And
good afternoon,
let's do a little preview of the Clasico. A lot is expected, but first of all, let's put it into context. This is not the Clasico of stars.
Exactly.
This is the Clasico without stars.
This is the Clasico of young stars, I would say.
Up-and-coming stars.
Up-and-coming stars, yeah. It's not the Clasico of what I think for the past 3 years since the Ronaldo and Messi left the scene, going about their different ways. First to Italy, the other guy went to France, and then both playing outside the continent of Europe right about now. It's just going to be a Clasico. Karim Benzema has been able to shine light on it after those guys left, but he has also moved on. So we're looking on both sides. Who is the star of the show right now? Is Barcelona playing against Real Madrid? Yes, one of the biggest game in the entire footballing world. It's probably one of the biggest rivalry you'll see as well. Everyone looks forward to this, but it's just a La Liga game this time around. Yes, both sides are very relatively close on the table. But we saw last season, nobody could do better than the other. Real Madrid winning and then winning one of the legs, and then Barcelona also winning one of the legs. But good thing for Barcelona going into this is that they've had a very good run. I think they are yet to lose this season in any competition, be it in Champions League or in the La Liga. Though we know Girona is the one topping the table, fantastic team there. But between these two sides, you cannot pick who is going to win this. Yes, you can't.
All right, talking about you cannot pick who is going to win this. How can the La Liga capture that moment? Because previously, this used to be one of the most watched games globally.
Yes.
We cannot say that as of now. As a matter of fact, the La Liga are struggling to get eyeballs to watch that league, and it's a big problem.
It is, because who is the star of La Liga right now? Robert Lewandowski is, you say at 35, he's going to pass his prime, but he's there. But then you look at Barcelona, who else? The youngsters, Pedri, Gavi, Lamine Yamal, Fermin Lopez, and all of those youngsters. Real Madrid, the Eduardo Camavinga, Vini Jr., Rodrigo, Federico Valverde, all these boys are just maturing, early 20s. They are not the stars yet. Yes, you can go back to the days when Raul was there, when Xavi on the other side, or the days of the Michel Salgados of this world, lining the defense, Fernando Hierro. But this is the reality of the moment. Maybe in the next 2-3 seasons, then people can start talking about that big La Liga game that everyone, El Clasico, the global fact, they used to be they have the most viewership of all club games in world football. But that's not the thing. What for La Liga? they need to find a way to structure, especially the revenue formula of how they share the TV rights money with other clubs. What Girona is doing this season, there's expectation of other clubs to do that. Girona is doing this. No one saw that coming. This is a team that's basically one of the other teams that is resided in the Catalan region, and they're just coming up. No, we know they have an affiliation with the Manchester City footballing network, but other teams in the league need to find a way to get more money, just like we've seen with the Premier League, where even the teams that goes on relegation has as much money as some winners in other European top 5 leagues. So that is what they need to do. When 70% of the TV revenue is going to 2 clubs, it's never going to be an even affair when it comes to how people perceive the game.
All right, let's turn our attention to England. A lot is expected from Manchester United because they've had a torrid start to the season. And they're going against the defending champions of the league.
Yeah.
Talking about Manchester City.
Number 1 team in Europe.
Number 1 team in Europe in terms of club football at the moment. Pep Guardiola will be hoping that his team and his charges can actually deflate and maybe inflict more pain on Manchester United at the moment. Although, of course, Harry Maguire and Andre Onana were unlikely heroes when they played in Europe a few days ago. Talk to me. This Manchester derby, how do you think it will play out?
I think it's a good one for Eric Ten. I can say, okay, in quotes now, my former boss, let me have one over you. We know Eric Ten Hag was with the youth team of Bayern Munich when Guardiola was the coach there. Yeah. But then he's moved on to Ajax, he's won trophies, and now in England with Manchester United, had a wobbling at the beginning of the season. Last year, and then they picked up and they went ahead, qualified for the Champions League. This season, they've not been that convincing. Yes, no thanks to injuries, yeah, but then some of the recruitment exercise, people also questioned it. I was looking at the table, and they've been very, very poor in terms of goals into the net. Where is Marcus Rashford? Why is he not pumping goals? He scored over 30 last season. What's happening this season?
But I saw it, but looking at Marcus Rashford, knowing Marcus Rashford, I felt it was a one-off. So I didn't expect it to happen. Why they gave him a very buoyant contract after that, knowing that Marcus Rashford, before last season, was a flash in the pan. He had flattered to deceive. He has the talent. But can he deliver on a consistent basis is the big question.
So that's where the coaching has to come in. What does he need to do? I'm talking about Ten Hag to improve the mentality of someone like Rashford. Benny McCarthy was brought in, and there was a lot of credit that was given to him on how he has helped the forward line. But then we saw that last season. We haven't seen that much from Rashford this season. So where are the goals going to come from? Among the top 10 teams, they have the lowest number of goals. Even Brentford has scored more than them. West Ham has scored more than them. They've even considered less. They've considered more than they've scored. So it's a team that is always conceding. Andre Onana was the best goalkeeper for me in the Champions League last season, not only because he had the most clean sheets, but because he was very good. But that's not the same Andre Onana that people have been seeing in Manchester United jersey. A lot of blame can be put on some of the errors, but then who are the guys guarding him?
Okay. Because of time, my own question to you is this. Give me your prediction. Call the game for me.
If it's about it's only one way. It's only one way. Yes, City has lost 2 games this season, unlikely games, but this one is looking one way. But it will also be a thing for neutrals to enjoy beautiful football. Even if they get to lose the game, they can pull an Arsenal stunt. Go head-to-head, toe-to-toe with a Man City.
Can they, on paper, do that?
Maybe not, but this is a derby. So you tell your boys, everybody has to come with their A game. This is like you're playing the final of the season. You don't want to lose your reputation at home. True. Yes, it's Manchester blue or red. It is your choice to make that right now. We know there's not much to say about Man City. Everyone knows what they are capable of. But it's United, I need to prove a point in this one.
All right, United will need to prove a point in this one. That game will be tomorrow, and without a doubt, a lot is expected from both teams as pride is at stake more than the 3 points that is actually at stake. Pride is at stake, and for Manchester United, they will be hoping that they can probably do their late legend very proud.
Yes, that would be a good one, a good tribute
to Sabo Charlton.
Yeah.
All right, who passed away during the week. Let's see if they can actually do that, or they will be walloped again at Old Trafford and have their dreams shattered at the Theatre of Dreams.